How does tickling work? This may sound silly, but despite it being something that has perplexed thinkers for over 2,000 years, we're no closer to knowing what a tickle is and why we're so sensitive to them. A tickle, otherwise known as gargalesis, is probably a familiar sensation to most of us. At some point in our lives, we've likely been tickled or tickled someone else, or even our pets. However, despite it being a common part of human bonding, the sensation has been poorly researched, to the extent that we still know little about it. For instance, why don't we know why certain areas of our bodies are more sensitive than others? Or why some people enjoy being tickled while others dislike it, but still laugh? Why too can we not tickle ourselves? Tickling is a complex interplay of motor, social, neurological, developmental and evolutionary aspects. We know that apes such as bonobos and gorillas respond to ticklish touches, and even rats have been observed being tickled. So, from an evolutionary perspective, what is the purpose of tickling? What do we get out of it? Tickling can strengthen the bond between parents and children, and we usually do tickle our babies and children more than other people. But how does the brain process ticklish stimuli? And what is the relationship with the development of the nervous system? By investigating this, you can learn more about brain development in children. Existing research has shown that people with autism spectrum disorder perceive touches as more ticklish than people without the disorder. Further research into this particular phenomenon may offer insights into differences between the brains of those people with autism spectrum disorder and those without it, offering a deeper understanding of autism more generally. The weird fact that we can't tickle ourselves could also offer interesting scientific information. Our brain distinguishes ourselves from others, and because we know when and where we're going to tickle ourselves, the brain can switch off the tickling reflex in advance. But we don't know exactly what happens in our brain when we are tickled. One of the reasons why this subject remains so unclear could be due to a definition issue within the scientific community. A significant problem within this is that there's a difference between the act of tickling someone hard and tickling someone lightly. The former sensation is significantly understudied compared to the latter. It's also difficult to make comparisons between the research that does exist. For example, how can you replicate the exact form of tickling used in another study? The answer is, with great difficulty. However, there are ways to overcome this. In fact, Konstantina Kilteni, a neuroscientist, has a special tickling lab designed for this purpose. What do you find in such a lab? A chair, but with a plate that has 2 footholes in it. Once the feet are in, a mechanical stick is used to tickle them. Not only does this setup allow Kilteni to ensure that test subjects experience the same stimuli, but it also means researchers can take multiple measurements when someone is being tickled. What happens in a person's brain, their heart rate, sweating, breathing, and even laughter or screaming reactions. Kilteni said, "By incorporating this method of tickling into a proper experiment, we can take tickling research seriously. Not only will we be able to truly understand tickling, but also our brains." Thank you for watching IFL Science. Please subscribe for more videos like this.